Wednesday morning. Can I just start with anxiety is hard to control? Do you ever find yourself anxious for no obvious reason? Your heart beats faster, your mind races, and you begin fixating on unhealthy thoughts. Maybe you're projecting your fears, assuming the worst about yourself or the worst about your circumstances. Here in Psalm 62, David's having that kind of experience. In verses 3 and 4, he cries out about offenses against him at the hands of his enemies. But David reminds himself once more of the promise that he began this song with. His rest can be found in God alone. David chooses to interrupt his fears, reminding himself where his true security comes from. You know, it's okay sometimes that we have to remind ourselves to trust God. We must try to interrupt anxiety and call back to the truths that we've believed and the truths that we've lived before. It's challenging to keep the faith in hard situations, but there is grace for us in our struggle, and there is truth in the midst of our fears. In verses 5 through 8, David sings, "For God alone, my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. From God alone, O my soul, wait in silence. For my hope is from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken. On God rests my salvation and my glory. My mighty rock, my refuge is God. Trust in him at all times. O people, pour out your hearts before him. God is a refuge for us." Listen, life can be loud. Demands pull at us and voices crowd our minds. Fears whisper in the background. But here, David does something that is countercultural to all that. He instructs his own soul to wait in silence before God. Why? Because David recognizes something powerful. Only God is unshakable. He uses words like rock, fortress, and refuge to describe God's nature. Verse 5 reminds us that God alone is our source of hope. Verse 6 assures us that God is our stable foundation and our protection. Verse 7 declares that God is our salvation, and verse 8 reminds us that God is trustworthy to handle those things that would overwhelm us with anxiety and fear. Everything else in life, our status, security, people, possessions, all that stuff can shift like sand. But God's character, it's unmovable. It's trustworthy. Is there noise in your life that's drowning out the peace of God? Take a moment right now to pause, silence the distractions, and wait alone in his presence. Lord, you alone are my rock, my salvation, my refuge. Help me to quiet my restless thoughts and wait in silence before you. I choose today to trust in you, to lean on your strength, and to pour out my heart to you honestly. Thank you that no matter the chaos around me, you are unshakable, and in you I can stand firm. All this I pray in Jesus' holy name. Amen. God bless you. See you tomorrow.